Hi, my name is Suzanne Bainhockers and this is the Rock Your Business channel. So today I'm having a little bit, I'm still coughing a little bit. I was sick like a month ago, but it hasn't cleared up completely. So if I talk really weird, then it's because I'm, I have to cough and I kind of like try to repress it. So I'm having a little bit of a different setup. So usually I sit in the center of the couch, but I had my cat sleeping here, so he's next to me. So I decided to make my spot here on the edge of the couch, and hopefully, you know, he will think it's quiet enough to just stay in his basket and, you know, just have his little nap. So so that's why I'm sitting on a different spot, and I also don't have the books here that I usually have. So today I'm going to do. Look, it's. I think he will leave. I don't think. Oh no, he's going to. Okay. So the setup is a success, I think. So what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about the 3 different identities that I distinguish. There are more identities, but these are the identities that I have, that I'm building my business around. So I have a business called Catacombe, and I'm a writer, so I write a lot of blog posts for this website. But I also coach people based on these 3 identities. And these identities are, they can be separate from each other. You can identify with only one of them. And at the same time, if like me, you identify with all 3 of them, then that can really help you understand why you sometimes have these conflicting urges and conflicting convictions even about what you should prioritize, or even who you are. So I'm, kind of rolling out this whole concept, this whole business or theory, and doing it one by one. So I have 2 posts on the website. One with, I have more posts, but I have 2 identities covered on the website. So I have a bigger story about Rock Your Business, which is the identity of the business owner. And I have a piece about the artist, which is the 2nd identity. And I'm going to make a blog post, a story about the 3rd identity, which is the rock star. And that identity is not yet, I don't have that story yet. So I will put the links in below if you like, for the, 2 big stories, one for the business owner, one for the artist. And if you follow the blog, you will get the, rockstar one in the upcoming weeks. So I have a paper, and I have printed out my definitions of, the business owner, or what it means to own a business. A definition of, and definition sounds very dry, but what I mean with definition, I mean a vision of how meaningful those roles can be, how meaningful that work can be. And I have also have a definition how meaningful the work can be about the rockstar identity. Even though I haven't written out the whole rockstar blog post yet, I do have my definition, my vision ready. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to go by those 3 definitions, or better yet, I'm not going to, repeat what you can read. So what I will do is I will put this PDF in a link below in the description box, where you can have these 3 identities in, like formal wording Yeah, so you can check it out there, and I'll just talk about the three of them by heart, because I think this is a conversation. This is not like a dry me reading out some kind of scientific report. So yeah, I'll just talk a little bit about the three different identities. So the first is the business owner, and what I have to contribute there. So what I am all about, as opposed to what normal business coaches would probably do. I mean, I don't know, but if there is a kind of a normal, but what I see online is that it's usually very pragmatic about the house, what you do as a business owner. But this is something else. So what so in my opinion, a business owner is someone who's primal or not primal. Prime or most important relationship is with their clients or customers. And the element that is very important here is growth. So to build a business in a healthy way, you have to incorporate your own growth as well as the growth of the clients. So instead of creating something that works now and that people buy now until they get tired of it, or until you get tired of it because your development is stagnating, you should have a business that is built on a growth path, something that you can, so that you can keep developing yourself, something so that your clients can keep developing themselves, and then that together means they're all a mirror image of each other. That means that the company will grow. So grow does not mean that you make more money every year. I mean, it can, but the primary responsibility, the primary focus of having a business should be, okay, how do we make this about growth? So that you have because everything always changes. The only thing you can influence is the direction in which it changes. So what you do when you say growth, then you have, you're kind of like taking that given of everything always changes, and you give it a direction for yourself, for your clients, for the business. So that's the business owner identity. Like, what is your dominant focus? Still struggling with the word primal here. It's not the right word, I know that. I was cheating. I was looking at my paper when I had just decided that I wasn't going to do that. Okay, so the artist, just from my heart, not from the paper, the artist has got a different focus, because instead of focusing on the client, an artist is focusing on, or their major concern should be, how do I let the art happen, or how do I let my work happen? The artist is someone who has an understanding that their highest work is something that comes through them and is not by them. Like, of course, you are a participant in this. It's the same as with this system that I have created, the business owner, the artist, the rock star, and let's make 3 different packages, 3 different services for these people who identify as either one of them. That's me creating, that's me making a system. But the artist in me is someone who understands that I am not creating that art. It is that I have a life or a situation, or I have been nurturing things so that that art can come through, in this case, a system, or thought system, ideas. So an artist has a responsibility to the work, but not the work itself, because that is kind of like what comes through, but they have a responsibility to make sure that the pathway is free and that the work can come out. And that is what the artist does, or that is the you know, the biggest concern of an artist is to not be distracted by, you know, what you would call a company, to not be distracted by what you would call success with, you know, with whatever it was that you have been doing the past 10 years, but to have this sense of urgency. Yeah, but okay, what is my life's work, or what is the work that I'm supposed to do in the rest of my life? What is the work that is supposed to come through now? So that is what the artist is about. So they're like the business owner, most important relationship is with their clients, and it's, you know, it's very extroverted. It's very out into the world. So it's the relationship building of the business owners. That's my cat coming. So that's their most important relationship, and the artist's most important relationship is with what comes through them, and making sure that it, you know, that it comes out, that it comes out into the world. Then we're moving on to the third personality, and this is the rock star. And now we're moving away from the actual, you know, like tangible aspects, or not necessarily tangible, because like ideas are not tangible, but we're moving away from what you can recognize or put a box around, like this is an idea, this is an album that you created, this is a painting that you made, this is a book that you wrote. We're moving away from that, and we're moving into the field of energy. Like a rock star obviously is a performer, so we're moving in the realms of energy. We're moving in the realms of sexual energy. We're moving in the realms of creative energy that does not come in a sellable unit, or the aim is not to make a sellable unit out of it and to just keep that energy contained over there. It's a lot more abstract. So a rock star, in my opinion, can be a vehicle for the art. So, you know, if you have created something as an artist, your rock star qualities can be how you bring it out into the world in a powerful way. But it can also be that the rock star themselves really start understanding that they're capping their energy, the generation of their energy. They're capping it at what they need in order to you know, put their work out. So as a rock star, your dominant challenge, or your mission in life, would be to stop having that energy capped by what you are, you know, what you need, or what you think your work is, or whatever, and to start becoming curious about not capping it and about raising it, and to really let that energy, in its very abstract, intangible way, to let that grow, and to become curious about that, about how far can you take it. And that curiosity will also be, okay, and if I have that kind of energy, if I can move that kind of energy, then what kind of art comes from it? Or will it stay only in the energy field? So the rock star is way more abstract and also way more physical than the artist. So a rock star is a physical embodiment of this sexual energy, but he's also a physical embodiment of, or an energetic embodiment of freedom. So that's why we all, you know, when we look at these rock stars on stage, we're like, yeah, it's because we feel free. We feel their freedom, and that's why we, you know, it moves us so deeply. And we also feel our sexuality when we're in their presence. So a rock star has got a different set of skills, tools, a different focus than the artist, and a different focus than the business owner. So those are the three identities that I distinguish and that I use. And if you, I also have another video in this channel where I distinguish 5 different business types. And in that I will put in the link below to the video. You can already see that these 5 business types, you know, are identical to the 3 identities that I'm now sharing with you. So it's the same system. If you want to read the official scientific definitions for the business owner, or what it means to have a business, for the artist, and for the rock star, then I will give you the you know, the upload, the PDF that I have here and that I did print, but that I didn't use. I will give it you here below. Like, one of the things you could be doing is just, you know, print it out, put it somewhere where you can see it often, and so that you can start understanding, okay, what are these conflicting things that I feel inside of me? Like, one moment I'm like, yes, I really want to go all in on my writing, or I really want to go all in on my creative time, and the rest, and you know, the next time I, you know, I see someone I really like, and I just want to follow that. And so, you know, those would be examples of, you know, your rock star self wants to, you know, follow, you know, wants to follow that, you know, that person, or that that you are falling in love with or feeling attracted to, and the artist in you wants to have creative time, and the business owner in you has like a very keen sense that their business is directly depending on if they show up in the conversation with their clients, and if they are connected to their clientele. So these are 3 totally different things that you could encounter in your life, and that I think will really help if you go to this definition in the description box, the upload, and print it out, and so that you can see it, and you can start recognizing, oh, that's my inner rock star. Oh, that's my inner artist who wants to let the work through, and oh, that is my inner business owner who knows that they have to show up for the conversation with their clients. So, and the growth of their clients and their own growth as a business. So that was it for today, and we'll see you next time at Rock Your Business. Bye bye.